You decide it's time to finally make a change. You set a massive goal, running a marathon, writing a book, or completely overhauling your diet. You sprint out of the gate with high motivation, but within a few weeks, you quickly run out of breath. The excitement fades, and then you stop. When this happens, it is easy to blame a lack of willpower, but the actual problem is much simpler. You are trying to do too much too soon. In his book, Atomic Habits, James Clear describes a specific method for moving past this initial resistance. It's called the 2-minute rule. By the end of this video, you will use it to draft a concrete starting point for the habit you've been struggling with. We are going to build this together right now. Step 1. Pause this video, grab a pen and a piece of paper, and write down one big habit you have been struggling to start. Got it? Good. Now we need to locate your decisive moment. Habits act like the entrance ramp to a highway. They are the small automatic choices that take only seconds to execute, but they lead you down a specific path for the next several hours. Consider Twyla Tharp, one of the greatest choreographers of the modern era. She credits her success to a daily morning ritual, but that ritual isn't her grueling 2-hour workout at the gym. Her ritual is waking up, stepping outside her Manhattan home, and hailing a cab. The moment she tells the driver where to go, the ritual is complete. By finishing that one tiny, effortless action, her workout becomes the path of least resistance. This branching tree diagram shows how these specific, decisive moments map out over your day. Look at the habit you wrote down. What is the precise physical entry point that immediately precedes the hard work? Every day is filled with these forks in the road. The moment you choose to order takeout instead of turning on the stove. The moment you grab a video game controller instead of opening your textbook. That single choice determines whether you have a productive afternoon or a wasted one. To take control of your schedule, you do not need to micromanage every minute. You only need to master these tiny, decisive entry points. This brings us to the absolute rule for your new entry point. Your action must take less than 2 minutes to complete. Look back at your paper. We are going to scale your massive goal down into a micro-action called a gateway habit. This horizontal chart maps out how a goal shifts across a scale of difficulty. On the left, the final goal. On the right, the effortless gateway. Earning a PhD is very hard. We keep scaling down until we reach a 2-minute gateway habit. Opening my notes. Take a second and write down the 2-minute version of your goal. If you want to run a marathon, your sentence should be, "My gateway habit is to put on my running shoes." This extreme downscaling removes the psychological friction. When the task is merely tying your shoes or reading a single page, starting the behavior feels easier than avoiding it. Now, you might be looking at your paper and feeling a bit skeptical. Reading one page or doing one push-up can feel like a mental trick. You know your actual goal is much bigger than that. But here is the core philosophy of habit building. A habit must be established before it can be improved. You have to standardize a routine before you can optimize it. You cannot improve a habit that doesn't exist. If you feel silly doing something for only 2 minutes, use this failsafe. Do the activity, but strictly force yourself to stop after 120 seconds. Put on your running shoes, step outside, wait 2 minutes, and then go back inside. That is the entire workout. This artificial stopping point works because it strips away the dread of heavy labor. It trains your brain to master the art of simply showing up. By showing up every single day for just 2 minutes, you are no longer worried about the end result. Instead, you are providing the physical evidence required to build a new identity. Once the act of showing up is completely automatic, how do you bridge the gap between a 2-minute warm-up and your ultimate goal? This staircase graphic represents habit shaping. It is a phased progression where you slowly scale the difficulty back up, step by step. Let's use the exercise example. Phase 1 is your 2-minute gateway, changing into your workout clothes. Once you master that, you move to Phase 2, stepping out the door and taking a walk. Then you scale up. Phase 3 is driving to the gym, exercising for 5 minutes, and leaving. Phase 4 is exercising for 15 minutes a week. Finally, you reach Phase 5, your ultimate goal of exercising 3 times a week. Pause the video one last time. Next to your gateway habit, write out your own 5-phase ladder. Map out the exact steps between your 2-minute action and your final goal. Habit shaping allows you to keep your daily focus exclusively on the effortless first 2 minutes. While you execute the easy part, your actual capability steadily scales up in the background. Look down at your paper. You just transformed an overwhelming, anxiety-inducing dream into a concrete 2-minute action plan for tomorrow morning. By defining your gateway habit, you've reduced the effort required to start to a negligible amount. It's a shift from relying on willpower to relying on a system that makes the right choice the easiest choice. Remember, doing less than you hoped is always better than doing nothing at all. 1 minute of guitar practice beats 0. 1 minute of reading beats never opening a book. Drop down into the comments and tell us your specific 2-minute gateway habit so we can see your progress. If this framework helped you, like this video, share it with someone who needs a system reset, and subscribe to the channel for more practical tools to build better habits.